Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? You are
Hello.
tuned into another week of Access Granted, the pod stream. Your boy, Mr. Antoine, is in the building. My lovely and talented co-host, Lisa Monet, is here. Hey, sis. What's
Hello.
going on?
Hi.
I see that our
Nothing
special
much.
guest, for the evening has pulled up and she's in the kitchen as always. As always. Your thoughts on Diddy?
Well, I didn't even watch the apology that he issued. Um, I think he had to do that to try to save face. I don't know that it was a sincere apology, but he apologized nonetheless. And you got to be a special type of person to have your own daughters and conduct yourself in that way. But you know, I'm gonna pray for him. I'm gonna pray for him. He still, he still has supporters. I even heard somebody to go as far as to say, "Well, what did she do?" I was like,
Are you serious?
"Yeah." Somebody made a comment on some post that I saw when it first broke. I thought it was. I didn't even know it was him when it first broke. Um, I happened to just be scrolling, and then all of a sudden, I keep seeing everybody and people in the captions was like, "This is Diddy," and I was like, "What?" So then it was a guy, the gentleman, made a post to say, "Well, what did she do?" And I'm saying to myself, nothing is ever deserving of that kind of beatdown. So yeah, you
So,
know.
so, wow. So, to the person that asked that question,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And if you feel like it matters or you support him after that, you're a sucker like he is for delivering the
Hmm.
beat now. So, I hope that's not your family or close member,
I
or
don't know
somebody
him.
that's like, because I don't want no problems from you. But, like,
I
how
don't
can you
know him.
possibly ask that question, bro? Like,
Yeah. I don't know that gentleman, and I don't think that any male in my family would get down like that. Because I would want you as your cousin or your niece to champion for us. Somebody step in and save it. Save the day. I
so,
don't know. Like,
so here's my thing. Here's my thing.
mhm,
Especially my uncles that have gone on to glory.
mhm,
But if they were here and just my brothers and my cousins and me knowing us the way that I do,
mhm.
we would have hollered at Diddy a long time ago.
Of course.
I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much security you have.
Mhm,
I don't care how many records you put out. Because my thing is, this is just the part that we saw
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
this video happened to drop.
Yeah.
But Cassie told us a
She
long time
did.
ago that
She
this has
did.
been going on. So my
Yeah.
question is, where were, especially the men in her family,
Yeah.
that didn't pull up somewhere a long time ago? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
And I'm glad that she was able to be one of those women that got away, because some women do
exactly,
not. Some women
exactly.
do not. I just saw another post where the guy came over to his ex-girlfriend's apartment, and the neighbor is in the window on maybe the third or fourth floor, filming him chasing her around a parking lot, and then he winds up shooting her, killing her because she don't want to be with him no more. And I'm like, you did all of this to tape it. What about calling 911 while he in the process of running around with, clearly he has a gun in his hand?
Because
Everything want to be filmed.
he's trying to get his views and his likes up. That's all they
I'm
were
like,
worried about.
you could have prevented this, like, or I mean, at least helped.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something,
It's sad.
something.
It's
It
sad.
is.
Yeah, do something.
It's a really sad world that we live in, where
Mm-hmm.
as soon as any kind of situation like that breaks out, the first thing people do is start recording.
Mm-hmm. That's the first thing they do. They pulling out their phone, like,
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to go viral, in that way. So
yeah, that's the first thing they do.
it's just crazy. And
Mm-hmm. Sad.
F your apology, bro. That's the way that I feel.
Oh,
Like, I'm not gonna say the word, but that's the way that I feel, yo, because we always try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes there's
Yeah.
a we always say there's three sides to every story.
Mm-hmm.
But when videos like this surface and you get to see it firsthand,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like when R. Kelly's video came out and we saw what he was
Mm-hmm.
doing to that minor. This
Yeah.
comes out and we see what he was doing to Cassie, who can't weigh but 100 pounds soaking wet.
I'm saying, I was looking at Casey. I was like, wow. I mean, the way she was like a rag doll. The way he was just dragging her and stuff like that. So, and this is just probably not even. And to her defense, I guess people would be like, well, why did she say? Sometimes women will be in what they call an abusive woman syndrome kind of thing, where she's just traumatized in it, and it's just like, well, what did I do? Maybe I did something wrong. Like the man said, what did she do wrong? Maybe that's internalized in her. But again, I am glad that she was able to get away, and it seems like she was able to meet someone that has loved on her, because now she's married and I think she has kids now. So
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Okay,
it's
cool.
yeah, I think she's
Yeah,
married
man.
now. I think she's
Okay.
married now.
Awesome.
I think
Yeah, and
so.
we're just gonna leave that at that, man. Gosh,
Yeah.
bro. They always
What?
say that it's the other people, that people always want to take us down, but sometimes we make that stuff so easy, yo. We make it so
course.
easy. We make it so easy. So
Mm-hmm.
if y'all want to stop
Yeah.
watching the show and
Do
supporting,
you think
because
that this is something he can come back from?
nah, he's it's a wrap.
No. Okay.
It's a wrap. Nah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I haven't heard any
Okay.
radio stations
Even
saying
after
like
the
they were.
apology, huh?
Man, I mean, you heard what I said about that
You
apology
said after
earlier.
the apology.
You heard what I said about that damn apology. Where was that apology at when she first brought all of this out, bro? When you tried to say that
Yeah. And I
everybody
don't
was
even
lying and
right.
trying to bring it down.
Exactly.
Where was
Now that
the
the footage came out,
Now that the
the
footage
footage
out,
came
yeah.
out. And shout out to either the police that released it or the actual hotel motel that released it.
No, I think that was Homeland Security. I think that I could be wrong, but I believe that that's surveillance that was recovered when they raided his house, which further makes me question why the hell
Oh,
was it in his house. if that's the case. And where the hell was that video all this time? Because that happened some years ago. But yeah, so
yeah, that's true. That is true.
crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to get your thoughts. But we're gonna move on to some big and better stuff. Shout out to my man Blizzard for checking in. Appreciate you as always, bro. My sister.
Hey.
Teresa Davis.
Hey.
As I said on the post this morning, one of my favorite people in the world is here today. Love you like cook food. What's going on, sis?
Love you more. Hey, good points there. Good points.
I mean, feel free to chime in, even though I think I already know. Yeah. So you got to turn, Teresa. You got to turn something down. You got to turn something down, volume wise, because I can hear me.
So you want me to? Let me see. Go. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but you're getting feedback when we talk.
Oh, so turn my okay.
Turn your, yes. Yep.
Turn
this and then, as I said, even though I probably already know your stance, you can feel free to chime in and talk about it.
Okay, wait 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I think I gotta, because my phone is on this app. And it's probably too loud.
That kitchen and dining room looks familiar.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Nope, because I couldn't just hear me when I said that. I think you're good now.
You can hear? Okay, so we good?
Yep, I think we're good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you tell me. First of all, hi, Lisa. I said hello, and you had some very pointful, feedback there. Can she hear me?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Good. Can Lisa hear me? Okay. And I want.
Yes, I can hear you.
I want to see what your guy says, because he knows me. What do you think I'm going to say, Antoine?
I believe that you are the type of person that would say he deserves everything that he gets from this point on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're a lot like me, where you feel like there's 2 sides, 3 sides to every story.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But and I don't know if you have a what if scenario on this one, but you might have a what if scenario as well.
Well, you got 2 out of 3.
Okay.
You do know me well. I just want to see how well we know each other. We know each other for years. How well we know each other. First of all, the apology. And hello to everybody that's watching, that's joining. Terrence Blizzard, you know I love you. Big ups to you, Terrence, on everything. Your family things that you're doing. You're just awesome. Just awesome. You're doing what I told you, you'd be a good father. I had to say it real quick. But coming from someone who has been in a violent relationship, because I don't look at myself as a domestic violence survivor, because I am not. I'm a conqueror. I'm a warrior. I almost killed someone myself. So I'm not going to say that I'm a victim, because I've never been a victim of anything. But coming from someone who has experienced a volatile relationship, he never, ever apologized to Cassie.
Nope.
He never did. And for an abuser to say someone's name or someone's name that he's abused, it would be to give them light. He'd be give her light. So therefore, the apology is null and void. Do we agree?
Yeah, because he made the apology all about him. He made the apology all about him.
I'm not looking to be forgiven. We're not looking to forgive you, because we can't be the one to forgive you. That's between you, God, and Cassie. That is not for us to judge. So we can't forgive you. You can't be looking for that from the masses. Because we don't have the right to forgive you or not. That comes from a higher being, and it comes from the person that you abused. I was abused by someone, and I in turn abused them back. That makes it a very violent a very toxic relationship.
She abused me first, y'all. That's why I abused her. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, men are getting abused every day, right,
Oh
Lisa?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Let's not get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of men who will not put their hands on women that are being beaten
Right.
up,
Absolutely.
also verbally abused. That's one of the worst, to try and
Yeah, that's
verbally
good.
someone.
Yeah.
To get into that. Once he isolated her over the years, back and forth, isolated her. Once she got away, he was angrier because he's a narcissist. So he was angrier because I have no control. He would
Mm-hmm.
leave her as what they're saying and go see Jay and J Lo, if you will, do whatever he wants as long as you don't do what I'm doing. He would find out where she is what they're saying, allegedly, and leave J Lo to go put her back in her place. Like, you're supposed to be here, even though I'm there. That is a person who wants control.
Right.
But yeah, I wish him well. I wish him. I don't want to see him take his life. He's a black man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man, a person, a human. I don't want to see him
Right.
take his life, but he could go off the deep end from this because there is no coming back. Once that got out, you're right. He may not come back. But the world we live in today, we like the underdog.
Mm.
People like the
Yeah.
underdog. Then you have those who will not say anything. You know why? Because they partake in his events. They partake in his parties. They want to see, am I on that tape? Am I anyway in collusion with this? You may be. And they want to stay quiet. And I look at them people as weak. You're weak. Because me, if I done something, and you know, Antoine, hey, this is what I did. Because guess what? If I done it, I own up to it. You can't say Teresa did this, Teresa did that, because guess what? My mom say, look, you tell what you did first. You got no ammunition.
Right.
Go back to Eminem and 8 Mile when his opponent thought that he had everything on him. You poor white trash, you ain't got nothing. Your mother get high. He came out with the first round. My mother get high. I ain't number trash. He had no more rounds of ammunition.
Right.
Tell these
He took
people
his
something
power
that
back.
they don't know about me. Tell these people something that they don't know about me.
So you know, people gather information about you to use it against you, as with power, with him. The echelon, when they let you be who you think you are, when you're this color, the brown people, okay, we have to get something on this person so we can have ammunition. So they gotten everything they wanted from Diddy, and so now it's time to make the walls come tumbling down. We have ammunition on you. We have the ammunition. We know what you've done wrong. How they go? We know what you did last summer.
Oh, she brought out the movie title.
This is how they control.
Yeah, she brought out the movie title. Yeah, sad situation, but neither here nor there.
We got to be careful what we're doing. And people like you, Lisa, people listen to you every day. They look up to you. They want to hear your opinions. So sometimes your opinion may be a little different from theirs, but you have to walk how you want to be seen. Like when I'm out in public, I definitely act accordingly. Now, acting accordingly does not mean that you're fake. I had this conversation the other day. You kind of fake. Nope. No.
Somebody called you fake?
Well, this is the way the conversation was going. The word they use is, why are you switching up? I ain't switching up. I'm acting accordingly. Everyone is filming. The red light is filming you. The drive-through is filming you. Your next door neighbor doorbell. Your doorbell's filming her. You filming each other.
Which makes the Diddy video that much more stupid, because you're in a hotel. You had to know that cameras were going.
And
he didn't care.
Cameras film everywhere in the hotel except your room, and I'm not 100% sure that they don't have cameras in your room somehow, somewhere.
No one is. Like, you go somewhere, you think you're not being filmed. How about found the camera in her house she was renting? She found the camera in the shower in the house she sued someone. So, like, You're being watched all the time. It's not that you're being fake and phony. When we were at the church, my mom said you act accordingly.
Act accordingly.
You act accordingly, and you can't go wrong.
And
Right.
shout out to my pastor right there. He's on. He got cameras in the church. We can't even cut up during choir rehearsal because he gonna see us. And it's gonna be a voice that comes over and says, "What are you doing?"
Act accordingly. I'm not saying you can't let your head down, be yourself. When
Right.
you're in the limelight and people look up to you, or they're just curious about you, just want to know about you. Like, how'd you get the show? How do you get these awesome guests? People just want to know everything.
They do.
And they become, I don't like to say the word fans. I say supporters. Supporters are, we kind of dove into their lives. They become a spectacle. People want to watch them.
Yeah.
You know, when I found out that I wasn't I'm not going to name people though, but I wasn't so keen on some of the actors when COVID-19 came and they began to speak on social media. I said, oh, I don't think I like them. I thought they were clever. I thought they were much more tenacious. I thought they were smarter. I thought they were more astute. I thought they were more affectionate. It was quite a few. I mean, they were up there, and I was like, you said that? They didn't have this platform to express how they feel. When COVID-19 came, they jumped on this platform, started making their own money because everybody was affected in some kind of way. They got their numbers up. They get paid numbers. This is the income for these people. Look at Bootsy, badass. No pun intended, but Bootsy badass. He was so mad that he got canceled on YouTube and social media. He was in punishment. You know how they do you. And he cried on social media back in.
He cried?
Cried. Because that is a form of income for him.
Yeah.
No one can go outside. Nobody can entertain. I gotta be on this platform. And they was like, no, you are canceled for a while. It was indefinite. That's like money, thousands of dollars. But by the views, the numbers, the algorithm, that's how they get money. When they got on there and started talking, some of these rappers and actors, and politicians, I'm not gonna leave them out. And some of these pastors, I ain't gonna leave them out. Like, what are we saying? Like, are you really saying that? And then real pastors that I think I deem necessary, that I like, was checking the pastors. Like, you can't do that. Where are the checks and balances? And I loved it. I was loving it. Jamal Bryant, I'm putting the weed in the store. Those pastors was talking about that. What are you doing? If we let stuff slide, sometimes people just try you out. Think about the COVID-19. Now tell me this, Lisa. The COVID-19, right? Didn't they implement some new things to see how it works?
I believe so. Yes.
Let's see how this. Let's go up on this. Let's go up on that. They never went back there.
No, it didn't.
Ever.
Leave it like
Not
it
went
is.
back down.
I'm
gonna tell y'all something. Was the chicken sandwich out from KFC during COVID? Was that out or no?
Popeyes.
Because I never ate one of them sandwiches. I thought something in there. I'm sorry, from Popeyes.
They was fighting over that one.
I want it. If I gotta fight over some food and stand in line for a chicken sandwich, no, I don't want it.
Over the
sandwich. So look, it's funny that you brought that up because after Jay and I left Worldwide Flavor Network and started Power 4.4 Radio, our studio was on Bel Air Road. A block down from the Popeyes on Bel Air. That's like Bel Air and Kenwood, right below Northern Parkway. And every time I went to the station during that time, that line was coming out of the parking lot and backed up almost to not Northern Parkway, but that street that you take before, right there where the Rosedale Bank is and the Pizza Hut is.
Right.
That line was
my goodness, all the way up there?
Yeah. That line was there constantly, almost every day for a chicken sandwich. I'm gonna tell you, I had a show on Saturday mornings called True School Flavor with my boy Wombat 55. Had Wombat not stopped and gotten that chicken sandwich on his way to the radio station that Saturday morning, I would have never had a chicken sandwich to this day because I was not standing in nobody's line with no.
I never had
no
it. It looked dry, and it was just a chicken sandwich.
It was a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And KFC's is better.
It's how you. It's the promotion of it all. It's the aesthetics, how
Yep.
something looks, and they went crazy.
Popeyes pimped the heck out of y'all
Crazy.
for about a good 6 months. And now when you go to Popeyes,
Yes,
you might not
yep.
even see the chicken sandwich on the menu. But they got their money's worth out of it, though.
What you're not
Yes,
gonna
they
see,
did.
what you're not going to see at Popeyes, and you're no longer seeing it, is any other race other than Mexicans. They have taken over Popeyes.
Oh, no.
You're
not
right
around
about that.
here.
They
Not
everywhere.
around
You're right about that.
They
here.
have
Not
taken.
around here.
I
Not
said,
about
what
him.
happened?
Pastor said, pimp my sandwich.
I put my sandwich.
It's all Mexican. They can barely take your order. What number? Okay, I know what number, but I don't want the pickles. You want a number? What number? I don't want the pickles. So they can barely speak English. So they got maybe one or two blacks in there where they're actually facilitating what they're saying back and forth.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened, but if you look around and pay attention, you say, you know what? It's nothing against Mexicans. They're so cute.
Right.
Against Mexicans. They work hard.
Did you say they were cute?
They said they so cute.
They work hard. Nothing against them. They some of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life. Nothing against them. But if you're looking at Popeyes, you'll see that they have just taken over Popeyes. I don't know what happened.
So I don't actually go in Popeyes. I always go through the drive-thru, but you're definitely going to make me check for that the next time that I go.
It's McDonald's too. McDonald's too.
See, and I can't eat McDonald's. Haven't ate McDonald's, and no disclaimer to McDonald's. Haven't ate McDonald's in over 35, 40 years. I just couldn't digest it, and I felt like I was wasting my money because it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I eat it, I'm going to the bathroom like, what's good? Like I'm still hungry at the woods.
Okay, moving right along.
Same.
Let me give a shout out real quick to my sister Linda Covington and happy birthday to her husband.
Happy birthday.
My boy Dwayne celebrating. He's a Northwestern Wildcat, but we hang out with him at
Happy
meet
birthday.
when he's around. And also shout out to my boy Reggie Morse. Now I want to say one more thing on the Diddy situation, and then we're going to move on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a man named Gene Deal.
Yeah, the bodyguard.
The bodyguard. So you know who he is. Okay.
Yes.
Gene Deal has basically kept his name relevant over the last 5 or so years simply by doing interviews talking about everything from the Biggie murder to all of the stuff that he's seen behind the scenes with Puffy,
Especially
Bad
Kim
Boy,
Porter.
and all of that kind of stuff. Kim Porter, a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost my respect for the dude.
Why?
Because you're sitting here and you're telling us all of this stuff that you've witnessed
And did nothing.
and did nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And you just did this interview after the Puffy video came out talking about, I'm a man, I would have did this, that, and the third if that was my sister, aunt, blah, 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 blah. But you sat around for years, bro, knowing that this stuff was happening. You didn't do nothing and you didn't say nothing. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that was my employee. I don't want to hear I'm not a snitch. If you were a real man, bro, there's no way in the hell that you would have allowed that you would hold on. It's no way that you would have allowed the stuff to go on with women that you claim that you've seen. And you're sitting up here making money because you're basically exploiting all of the situations that you've been in. They're not bringing you on because you're famous and because, you make great music. They bringing you on because you're a bodyguard and you have all of these secrets that you can tell of all of the stuff that you saw behind the scenes. And you allowed that to happen. I'm not saying that the Cassidy situation is your fault.
No.
But the Cassidy situation might have been less than what it was if you was a real man.
Right. Had you
because he came out his mouth and said Puffy knew not to do certain things around me. But you knew Puffy was doing them things around somebody, and you still let that slide. And I got a
Right.
real problem with that. And
Well,
Jimmy
Yeah.
Bill, a big dude,
got paid. He lived the lifestyle that Puffy lived while he worked for him. You know, this is why these women can't leave as well. There are some reasons why when people say, "Why didn't you leave?" Okay, I just told you I was in a volatile relationship. Sometimes, especially if you're married, it's hard for you to leave. But these people weren't married. I'm just giving you a synopsis.
Exactly.
If you were married,
Right.
it's hard to put somebody out. It's hard to separate your money. It's hard to separate your property, your kids. It's different when you're married. When you're just coding and just going together, courting, and you're just, just hanging together. You don't live together. Like you say, he went to go see her, she went to go see him. It's still hard to leave sometimes because people have a hold on people. There's levels of how you feel about somebody, if this makes sense. You start off, you say you love them, then you start off disliking them, then you start off hating them, then you start off pitying them, then you start off empathizing. All these levels go through a relationship. When I hear when people say, "Why didn't she just leave? Why didn't he just leave?"
But not to cut you, but here's the thing: you're talking about actual relationships. You're talking about situations where intimacy is involved and all that. I'm talking about a situation that was strictly an employee-employer benefit.
Oh no, I went back to talking about
Okay.
Why didn't women leave?
Okay.
There are layers to leaving someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can give you my own testimony, and I don't care because I'm not going to say names, but I've been married twice. So my ex was an intruder several times. I would wake up and he's standing on top of me, breaking in behind, coming through different entrances. I have every window in my house is glass block. Do I like glass block that much? No. I love it when it's security. You stand over top of me. You put your hands on me. I had to react because I'm not a docile woman. Forgive me.
At all.
And I'm just not brought up that way.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get someone out of your home too. You got to go through different levels to get someone out of your home.
Right.
But
especially once they start getting mail. That's it.
Yeah. You got to get paperwork. You got to get, you know how many exportes I've had against this person?
You got to get them evicted.
It's work.
It's work to get that done.
Not taking up to it, but I'm telling you that there are reasons that some of you guys just don't even think about because you're not in that situation. And then, of course, the heart is fond. So now you got to make sure that you get that person out of your system.
Where the heck did the fireworks just come from?
Yeah.
Did you see that, Lisa?
Yeah.
You were
had
just
fireworks
talking
behind you.
You were just talking and fireworks just went off behind you. And then it came back.
I can do it again, Lisa. I like it.
It was like,
I like it. Did you push a button or something?
your hands. I don't know. Who did that?
I don't know, but I like it.
She had to.
And it was perfect.
Like literally in the middle of your sentence, just fireworks just went off. Like you switched the background and then it came right back to the kitchen. But anyway.
It's tough for mentally women. You got women who will not let you go, who's gonna show up at your school, show up at your job, show up at your children's recitals and just act out. Just someone showing up, acting out is what you he put fear in people. Yeah. I'm gonna put fear in you. When he said I'm gonna blow your car up, he did just that. I'm gonna blow your car up. You know what the person is capable of, but the friends just don't know. And I'll give you another one, and then I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm so passionate about it. Because I want to create awareness, but I am not I'm not a survivor of domestic violence. I am a conqueror. This is what you need to understand. Survivor is someone who couldn't almost make it. I never felt as though I can't make it. I was always strong. I was always stepped forth. But these people are so narcissistic that they will hurt someone that you love to hurt your heart. Mm-hmm. And then you endure what they have to give sometimes because they know everything about you. Mm. They know everyone that you love. They know your children. They know your children's children. They know your grandkids. They know your aunties. Now, there have been several things in the movie where that little boy was thrown in the river because the man couldn't have his mother.
Mm.
You see, so you're dealing with people like that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're dealing with? Demons.
Yeah.
So you can't just walk away all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I still, yeah, and I received that totally, but I really have a problem with the Gene Deal dude right now because I just feel like I feel like he's been opportunistic. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like how many puff stories you gonna tell, bro?
How many ways can you tell it?
And that right? How many ways can you tell it? And now, you know, like you were around when a lot of this stuff was going on.
Right.
And okay, you can sit up and say, you know, Puff knew not to do certain things around me, but you were still around.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, but anyway, that's enough about that. Shout out to my man Mohammed from Mohammed Media in the building. He had a picture today with my guy Paris from EPMD. That's one of my favorite groups. I'm Mo. He had a picture of MC Light with him and MC Light last week.
I like him.
I'm still trying to get Mo on my show, but that's another story for another day. But TD Productions. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. TD Productions. I know you're always working. First and foremost, you're always working. I still have this feature that I want to do with you. By the mural, which I ride past on a regular. By the way. But like what's going on now, movie wise?
I'm excited for Baltimore, the people who have collectively came to be in my project. I'm excited for all the peers that I work with, meaning the people who help me behind the scenes that do what I do. I'm excited for my teammates. I know you probably say teammates. People get confused when I say that because aren't you the director? But these are my teammates.
Exactly.
I'm excited for them. It's been my anniversary was May 14th for this particular project.
Are we talking kicking in the doors?
Yep.
Okay.
3 years. And it was 3 years because my good friend COVID and God had his way though. So it was 3 years for a reason. I just didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
For me to be able to still work, put my life in order, because life is life, and we know this. Still have my business because I work for myself. And can I do a PSA real quick and real short one?
Absolutely.
Please, Baltimore and other cities, please stop inboxing me for money because I don't have any. Please.
Yo, when I tell you that is completely the opposite where I thought you were going with the PSA.
That's where I'm going. Please stop asking me for money, kid. Please. It's like it depresses me. You know why? Because I don't have any to give away. If I have money to pay my bills and I have a little money to get something to eat, maybe get a little treat myself to something, special that weekend, a little something, I'm blessed.
Mm-hmm.
I must make it look real good because I don't have any money like that. God gives me what I need and he meets my wants here and there, but he gives me what I need. And I'm getting these random texts. Can you give me this? Can you loan me that? Can you let me hold this? Hey, you got this? Some guys are asking me for money, and I find it. What's your take on that, Mr. Antoine Grant, with men asking women for money?
Please speak on it.
Can I hold $5?
Randomly asking me for money.
But wait a minute, these people don't know you, Miss Davis. They don't know you.
Some people don't know me. Some people have been in my films. I need to explain why we're on here because this is awesome. I'm glad I'm on your platform too doing this. Never said this before, so it's the first time heard. When you're in someone's film and it's independent, an independent film, and you sign that waiver, I would love to be in your film. I don't. Thank you for those, whatever that is popping out.
That's you. I'm not doing anything. I can't control what goes on your screen. That's you.
That's me?
Yes.
You gotta be you.
We can't do that.
It was like,
oh, dude, it
was you.
I like it. It's purple. It's Baltimore.
But
Well, I call it an even exchange when you are in an independent film. Okay, I don't have the money to pay. I don't have big bucks, but I do have a platform to get you noticed. I am able to coach you for free. I do send you to other movies without being charged as an agent. I say I have someone who can play that part. I know someone who can do that, who's always on time, who works hard. I'm gonna back this person. Hey, go over there and tell them I sent you. Who does that? I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Shows like We Own the City, shows like TV One. Yeah. When I find there's an opening, something, I send people. Okay, this is an even exchange. If you were to turn the TV on right now and see yourself, you're telling mommy, look at me. Daddy, look at me. If he's around.
yeah.
And if mommy's around, hey, look at me. And so we're doing an even exchange. When it says that you're not compensated, when you're doing an independent film, my job is to make sure you have snacks and some libations, some water, juice, what have you. But I don't do that. I don't. I go above and beyond. Food. I'm making dinner. I'm making spaghetti. I'm bringing people in here to bring food. I bring other venues here to make money because they're Black. This is what I do.
Right.
Even when they're not Black, if they're going to be on time and come, then different venues set up. They set up and sell their food, and I make sure you guys got something to eat. They take the price off because it's me, and I work it out with them later. So you're getting the perks.
Right.
I thrift. Some stuff is online, and other stuff I thrift. So your face is getting out there. So we got to even exchange. Matter of fact, you might owe me.
so let me say this on that note, because
food is expensive.
I have had the honor and the privilege of being on a couple of movie sets with Teresa Davis.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they are always professionally run.
Thank you.
Always professionally run. The food has always been good.
Thank you.
Always
My
been
daughter-in-law cooks. I cook sometimes.
And I'm just saying that because I feel like, because you made me sign the form before, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
But even if I didn't sign the form, I'm not asking you for a penny. But I feel like once that form gets signed, and remember, you're always supposed to read before you sign.
I give them time, and I read for some people because everybody can't read. It happens.
Okay, but if you can't read and you didn't get anybody to read for you, but you still signed that paperwork, then you should know not to expect any compensation.
But the movie isn't even out, and I'm getting all these texts. And this has happened years and years. It's not just because of this movie. It's just, let's ask Teresa.
Yeah. But so basically somewhere along the line, somebody gets the impression that because you have the budget to film all of these projects, that there must be some money somewhere.
But I don't have the budget. Let's be clear. Let's be transparent.
They don't understand that.
I'm trying to tell them now with the platform. This is
they don't understand that you're using your house, your cousin's house, your auntie's house. They don't understand that, the same police uniforms that was in that movie is in this movie. You might add a little something to it to,
I wash them. I keep them clean. I do the inside out. I make sure they're clean. When you put your clothes on, it smells fresh because it's supposed to be. It's my project. I make sure I do the best that I can.
Right.
And I love Baltimore, but there are some people think that I don't know. It's more men than women. I've had women ask me for money too, but men have gotten really bodacious and really comfortable with asking women for money, and I don't know where it came from.
I can't stand it.
It's like for a man to ask you for money.
Okay, I am. If you know me, if I really like you, I'll give you the shirt off my back. So what I'm saying is, I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me give you an example.
Yeah, come on.
I was getting gas. Everyone, I go to the ATM because again, and this is a sidebar. Mm-hmm. I don't use my credit card at the gas station. I don't use it at 7-Eleven. and I don't use it at fast food restaurants because they're starting to do these skimmers, and these folks will get your information. So that's a PSA on my part. Anywho, I go to get gas. He sees me go to the ATM, right? All right. I go to the cashier. Okay, I need 25 on pump blase blah. This young, able-bodied young man, couldn't have been maybe 21, 22. Here you go, y'all. He said, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have an extra $5?"
What? What?
Wow. Not even can you spare something extra? Do you have?
That's my point.
I said, "Excuse me." I had to ask him to repeat me. Mind you, it's him and two other men in the line with me. You went to me and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have an extra $5?" I said no, like just like that, and I had to catch myself because sometimes your delivery it may come off. I was in the hood, no shade to the hood. I don't want to have to karate chop. Like if I got to fight, I don't know, and I'm by myself because a lot of times I roll dolo from stick to stick. But you asked me for an extra $5?
Is you crazy? My point.
I'm like, so when you say people asking you for money that don't know you, like I don't know him from Adam, and as I'm looking at him, he doesn't look disabled. Maybe something might not be all right up here, but as I'm looking at you, sir, you look nice. You got a matching short set on. I think you look all right. What?
Everybody
$5?
kicking. Everybody Jones kicking, and they want you to pay for their habits.
I said no. I quickly pumped my gas and rolled out. I just said to myself, the audacity of it all. Like,
I'm not paying for your vices or none of that because I don't have these vices that you people have. I don't get high. The most I might do is have a celebratory drink, and I stopped drinking as much because I want to be here for my family. You know, if the doctor tell you lose some weight, I'm losing the weight.
Right.
Okay. Drinking puts weight on you, so
it does.
I don't drink as much.
Yeah.
And the money, BJ is high. Like these vices that you people have, if y'all listening, I suggest you go on a binge and try to get off these vices because I'm not going to supply your vices. I'm not going to pay for your weed habit. I'm not going to pay for your, I don't care what it is. I'm not paying for it.
Yeah.
Help y'all though.
I don't know how we got from talking about Teresa Davis Productions to I ain't giving these ninjas no money.
Well, because they keep asking her for money. They keep asking her inbox for money.
It's people that I know too. People that I work with, people that in my movies. They just inclined to roll over and push my DM or my messenger and say, "Hey, you got 25, you got 5, you got 10 hours to you got." One girl's like, "Can I have some? I need some personals." Wait. Let's stop this, y'all. I don't know if I make this look good. I don't know if it looks like it's easy. I just press on with God. I walk in faith. Let's get that straight. I'm a very, very spiritual person, and I walk with faith.
Stop. You said she asked for some personals.
And I don't mind helping people out, and I have helped a lot of people out. I have to stop. I have stopped doing it because my heart wants me to do it, but I stopped because I have a family that I need to help, that helps me. We pour into each other. And I want to break bread with people who I've broken bread with. Let's say I can name a few, but I'm not going to do it. They know who they are that's listening. I'm hungry and I call them and they make sure I eat. They're hungry and they call me and I make sure they eat. These are the people that I want to see with me. When I call for whatever time it is, hey, I need you, they're there. When I didn't have my car, they made sure I got to set. They know who they are. That's who I want to eat with. I got a big heart, but I'll be in a poorhouse trying to give anybody money because I got a big heart. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm looking out for me and mine and those who pour into me, and people want to know who they are. I love you for that, people.
Teresa, if you ever call me and tell me you're hungry, I'm gonna bring you a Popeye's chicken sandwich. How about that?
The dry the panito sandwich.
No, but I understand, and I just had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day because people will bleed you. People will bleed you literally, and I'm talking in a financial sense, or just a
Yeah.
sense of you giving, you being that person that gives. When people know that you have that spirit, where you will literally give the clothes off your back or the last dollar out of your pocket if you feel like you're helping someone, they will take advantage of those situations.
Yeah.
They will. Yeah.
And I learned how to tell ninjas no a long time ago.
I had to say no. My good friend Ray Luke was like, "Hey, you better start saying no." And I started this 2 years ago. Now it's 3 now. He told me that, and I was like, so I started doing it. And
He just had a birthday. He just had a birthday, didn't he?
Yes.
Shout out Ray Luger. Happy birthday, bro.
Yes,
You don't look a day over 24.
I don't know how old he is, but he snuck it in because I didn't know that was his birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, this is Ray's birthday. He's so humble. But he told me that I had need to stop saying yes. He said, you better start saying no. People want me to do their projects. I haven't finished mine. I just start saying no. And I'm not being selfish. I have to make sure that I finish what I started. And I want to finish Grand Slam. I'm excited because I know what we have. I know that I made it, I planted, I sowed, and I see what we have.
Yeah, my man. Well, you said happy birthday to his man Ray Luger. Shout out, yo, Ray.
Oh.
Everybody loves Ray, bro. Like
Yeah,
this show, everybody loves Raymond. Everybody loves Ray Luger, man. So definitely, look, I wanna talk about kicking the doors. Like, where are we with that? Are we ready to? Is this able so that we can go somewhere and watch this? Are we close? Like, what's going on?
we're very close to that. But I'm a little different from other people. I know that I do everything in my life different. Like from grade school to going to the University of hair. I'm different. There's no big surprise that I'm different. So I'm not just gonna throw out something that I have worked on for 3 years throughout the COVID, throughout the adversities. With my own self life, and I'm buying a house. I live here alone. Then I have grandkids who need me, and it's I have life. I only film on the weekend, and I don't have a big crew. I'm more excited about what Teresa Davis has done with the lesser. I look at all these big cameras. I look at all these big lights, these big booms. I look at all this, big aesthetics, and I look at what God gave me. I filmed this entire series with the cell phone.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
An entire series.
I'm gonna tell you that blew my mind when I came to film the scene in the hazmat joint, and I remember that night.
Yeah.
When I think it was your son, shout out to Steve. I think when he peeped you up and he was like, basically, yo, Antoine's face is covered in the whole scene, so let's take him out in the backyard and see him putting up. And I was like, yo, she's standing here with a cell phone.
I love that. He interjects and helps me out. He gives me a different feel for the movie because he's younger. My son is 40. He'll be 41 in 2 months. And he said, we have not seen the person under the hazmat. I love that about him.
And that's fine, but the point I'm making is you shot that scene because we went back out in the yard, and when you were filming me putting the hazmat on, I looked and I was like, yo, she's shooting this with a cell phone.
And big movies have Walt Disney has done this really big movie with the cell phone. The whole entire movie is beautiful. And I self-taught myself. I went out there by experience and did stuff. I also went to YouTube 101, how to film with a cell phone. People call me all the time. Teresa, can you teach me how to do this? I said, YouTube 101, how to film with whatever phone you have. You have to put those. I put in 3 hours every weekend looking at some classes. I have classes every weekend so that I can teach myself.
And if you go on our YouTube channel right now, of course you'll see all of our shows, but there's videos of like when I filmed the Onyx show, when I filmed this, that, and the third out in the community. All of that was done on this phone right here.
Beautiful.
And when I tell people I did it on my phone, they look at me like I'm crazy. I literally just went and bought a 5K camera like 2 months ago, and I've only used it once.
See? And you have all that right to your hands. Yeah. I don't even get regular birthday gifts anymore for my family. They pour into me. I'm like, what I'm getting. If it's not a book, I'm trying to tell you, I just got a book for my birthday for my brother. He's like, here's a book. Advanced on how to film with the cell phone. I'm like, I'm getting steps. Okay, I'm at the advanced now. Because that's how long I've been doing it. My sister, what do you need for the movie? I don't get regular gifts anymore.
Right.
Because my family pours into what we're doing. Everyone mostly in this movie is a family member or a friend of a friend or someone who just looked on Instagram and say, hey, I want to be it, and I gave them a chance. There are some great people in Baltimore that's in this movie. The politicians. You had the former mayor, Jack Young. Melvin Russell, the ex-deputy commissioner of Baltimore. These people are pouring into my movie. And if I can get those people, Ralph Johnson, the incumbent mayor, he didn't win last election, but he plays in my movie. These people are believing in what I'm doing. They're getting in front, behind, and beside what I'm doing. What I'm doing, I'm talking about the opiate use. I'm talking about the recovery. I'm talking about the incarcerated families who are away from their families, raising their children behind the G wall, so-called.
So stop right there because one of our viewers, my man Mo, he said, "What inspired you to start this project?" And I think you're kind of going there now. And he says your tenacity is amazing, bro. She's on 2 right now, and if she was on about 7 or 8, we would have to shut the show down for a minute. She's on 2. So,
I love that question.
And where with what you were just saying, what inspired you to start this movie?
Well, one, I'm a writer already. You know, I have 5 books I put out, but I also have 10 that's not published yet. So I was like, how could I get these books to canvas? And my son, once again, Stephen Kelly, he said, Ma, we should do movies with the books, or we should do some movies. And we did that. We did the movies. In fact, he named my company TD Productions. He said, your name is going to be TD Productions. Is what he said. And I
wonder how he came up with that.
I said, I like it. No, he said this to me. He was he wasn't fussing because he can't fuss. Not to me, but he was expressing, Mom, you always putting somebody else up on Instagram. You always putting somebody else's logo up. You always loving somebody else. Yeah. He said, no one's putting you up. And I was like, it's okay. You know, you always, if you're in someone's movie, that same night, you got a picture up. You're talking about the film. They're not doing that for you. Your TD Productions, you need to start posting yourself. And that's when I looked at it and said, you know what? He's freaking right.
He is right.
So let me ask you this. So before you started doing movies, Teresa, were you doing, because I'm thinking back to when Lil Scooter got killed. And you went, I believe it was down on Pennsylvania Avenue, and you did footage of that. And I've seen you do stuff of like the 12 o'clock boys and stuff like that. So is that the way that you kind of got started as far as the filming and everything?
No. That was after me and my son did a short film right upstairs, and my daughter-in-law, Tina. And I had wrote out a short script, and I gave him the script. And my son was like, oh, you want to write out something? I thought we was just going to do something on the, no. Here go y'all lines. So they had to learn their lines. And my guy, he filmed it. I wasn't filming then. I was just directing. I actually played my son's wife, and my daughter-in-law played his auntie. We had a tumultuous relationship where we just fussed and cussed, all toxic. And so, but it was a hit. Everybody liked it. You know, we never embraced anything like that. That's weird. But he come home from work, and I would cuss him out before he get in the door. I would cuss him out before he could sit down. It was just funny. And that's how we started. And then I started doing documentaries. I started doing the radio show, Teresa Davis Speaks, and You Have to Listen. That was my show I did online for like 3 years.
I did not know that. Wow. Okay.
YTHL, I think it was called. Kevin Wilder's show. You remember him? Kevin Wilder. Yeah, he had his own show, and he gave me my segment, and I did that for 3 years. And then I talked to a lot of people who did movies, who did production, all walks of life. Rappers, I got to meet singers, and then that's how I was able to put out my book more from the audience. I talked to people from jail that would call in. I had a segment with the jail callers would call in. And the reason why I started doing this type of movie with the opiate use, the fentanyl and things like that, and the relationship with police officers, I sat down. I said, you know what? I want to do kicking indoors. I want to kick in the door and see what's on the other side. And then I want the relationship with the police in the backdrop. And then I want the actual people who are going to jail to show what they're going to jail for. And put them in NA meetings, real NA meeting settings. I shout out to what's her name? Dee's place. They opened their house to me, their NA meeting place, let me have the meeting. So I had that real meeting structural feel. Some girls that I had with me were actually addicted and they wanted to act. And so I was putting them in the right place to talk to people. See, God uses me for whatever it is. See, that's what the thing is. I can't rush this thing. People want me to rush it, but it's not about just the movie. It's what's happening in the interim of making the movie. I'm putting people in places they need to be. With the NA, the young ladies was getting help. They were talking to the people that work there, and on the side note, like, let's talk afterwards. You can't just put them in a place and expect them to get clean. You got to kind of slide it in sometimes. So while we're acting, they were kind of flirting with getting clean. And for me, that felt good. Okay. Now, as far as incarceration, a lot of the guys who play the roles have actually been incarcerated. So it's therapy with us acting out what's going on. They tell me all the time, you know what? I feel good putting this orange jumpsuit on and not have to be in this orange jumpsuit. I remember when I was in trouble. It reminds me to go home. The scene you got me doing, I can't see my daughter. It reminds me to stay out of trouble so I can see my daughter. So why it's not ready yet? Because I'm not in control of what he's using me for.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. And I won't. I won't try.
Oh.
Can you see the comments that I'm putting up, Teresa?
I can't read because I don't have my readers on.
Yeah. Okay, so shout out to my sister, my business partner, Tipsy Fiend. She says you're such an inspiration. And she's had the opportunity, the pleasure to see your growth. And geez, beautiful story to match the story. And then she says that she actually had the opportunity to see this lady play a prostitute and make it look good. And I'm assuming that she means in one of your productions as well.
Yeah.
You're so passionate. That was a passionate tears. It's all good. It's coming from your heart.
Yeah, it's overwhelming when people want the antidote and people don't know what the problem is yet. I can't give you the film yet. I can't give you the series yet. Why? It's not a regular series. It's not your regular.
And that's why I stopped asking you about what I always ask you about when I talk to you. Like, when is this coming? When is this coming? I feel like there's a time and place, and when the time and the place is right, you'll release the P Word show movie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
We just did something last week, which was awesome. Down the 8th, we just had a big thing, and it was interviews. It wasn't a party. It wasn't a wrap up.
I know. I was supposed to be there.
It was work. We said cut and action more than anything. But I wanted everybody to come out dressed up. I think they deserve that. I wanted to get some of the great interviews of the people who I chose to interview, who I knew put in a lot of work, 2 and 3 years, they're not getting paid. I appreciate that. And they will have their day where they're stopping in the market and someone goes, "Excuse me, did you play the girl that was in the jail cell that was crying because she couldn't go home? Is you her? Oh, excuse me, are you the guy who broke in and then you got your life together? Is that you? You're gonna get that."
Were you that handsome brother that was putting that hazmat uniform on before you went in there and removed?
On Grant, that was you that took
that. They said they ain't even see you, man.
They're gonna stop you. Was that you? You know, so get ready for that. I'm still getting stopped for a movie I did in 2003. This movie I was in. I'm like, yeah, that was me. That got a little fat. You remember me? You remember me?
So,
you remember me? Like, yeah. You'd be surprised what character people fall in love with.
So let me ask you this, because I feel like we're in a day and time now where it's really easy to just shoot a project and then you can shop that project out to any of the pick a station at this time. Pick a, you know what I mean? Tubi, whatever, Freebie, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah,
is there a particular reason that you're choosing not to go that route?
Oh, I don't know what God want me to do. Let's be clear. Let me be transparent. See, that's what when He ordered my steps. I don't know where He want me to put it at. I know that He said, "Listen, little girl, build it, and they will come." That's all I know. I don't know where to put it. I don't know. You don't know where you want to put it. That's crazy. What's crazy is you don't have the faith that I have. You don't walk the same way I walk. You don't talk the way I talk. You don't have the faith the size of a mustard seed like Teresa Davis, because you're asking questions that you don't need the answers to yet. You haven't built it yet. Build it, and they're going to come. And it'll be the least person you expect that's going to push play, that's going to pay to watch. If you got, I don't know where it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be people you don't know most that'll watch your project because they have no connection with you. They don't owe you anything. They're not jealous of you. They're not happy for you. They don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
They are happy for you. They don't know you. So I don't know where it's going to land. I know I have to finish. We just got a chunk. I'm just excited because I don't want to say too much because I don't like putting a cart before the horse because I work too hard for that. I work too hard to say what I'm going to do. I work too hard to get cocky and do like this when I'm not in charge. I am working, and so is the teammates that work with me, the actors. They believe in me. I heard one girl say, "They said you're not going to bring your movie out, Teresa." I said, "Who are they?" The they is what you need to be worried about. The they. They say. She said, "But you know what?" And it hit me in the head. She said, "I believe in you. I learned so much working with you. Free knowledge. Free knowledge. I love to teach how to act. I love to coach. I have a young lady right now who's in not one, but not two, but three of Tyler Perry's big movies. Not no little movie. Not she ain't no extra. And when she goes down there, she says my name. I swear it's more than money. I'll be like,
absolutely.
Go ahead.
Let me tell y'all something. And I've said this in front of Teresa before. Teresa hit me up, and God, I don't even know how long ago this was. Now, this was definitely pre-pandemic. Teresa hit me up one day and was like, "I want you to come out to where we're filming this scene, and I want you to walk this fighter down."
I remember it.
Walk the fighter down?
She wanted me to walk a fighter down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
To the
ring.
No, it wasn't a ring. We were outside, so it wasn't a ring.
Created something.
It was outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about it literally because we both live in that area. So I think about it literally every time I drive past the reservoir.
Me too.
Yo, Teresa told me, "I want you to come out and walk this fighter down." She told me to be a little dressed up. So I came out, shirt, tie. She's like, "Look professional, like you're a manager." So
Ready.
By the time that scene was over, Teresa and it was damp outside that day. Damn you, Teresa.
It was wet.
She had me on my knees crying because my fighter had got the crap beat out of her and was down on the ground dying. Yo, when I tell you I got my Denzel Washington on for like 10 minutes.
Right.
And I remember looking at Teresa and I said, "Yo, you didn't tell me." And she was like, "Because it wasn't for you to know."
Yeah.
I don't even think you knew what you were going to have me doing.
I never know. I know what I wrote, and I know what God is telling me at the essence. Thank you so much. We're creating. That's why I say don't ask the director a lot of questions when we're on set because they're thinking, they're cultivating, they're shaping something. And I could be right here and go, especially if something goes wrong. You see me do that. Oh, don't worry about it. We're going to do this because I'm listening from a higher being. It's not me. And when you interrupt that, that's like when somebody get the Holy Ghost. And people do get the Holy Ghost for real people. The Spirit does move people. We have our fakers. We know that. But you don't interrupt the Holy Ghost. You don't touch it. Just let him do it. Let it move. And he asked me all these questions. I'm trying to think. God is pouring into me, and you're taking out on this side. Like, wait a minute. Go smoke a cigarette or something. I'm thinking. But I still have that footage. And people say, why that movie not out? Because I don't want it out yet. Intellectual property.
I just said that's why I stopped asking.
It belongs to me. Intellectual property. And I just told you my life. I just told you I let you into my life, your viewers. Anybody can see this. You may say, well, there's how many people on here. It doesn't matter. Because you see that footage of Cassie getting beaten and thrown and almost slain? No one thought they were going to see it. Someone sees it now. It's pertinent. It means something. When you become bigger than what they thought you were going to be, that's when your footage is worth money.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants it.
Yeah, you're right.
So, intellectual property. You can't tell somebody when to bring out their intellectual property. And then there were some things that happened in life where I had to do some changes. I don't really want to talk about it too much, but I did what God told me to do. And so you're going to see that footage.
Okay.
When? I can't tell you that because I'm still working on some things, but I have this big project for the whole city that I thought I would make up for why a lot of those people are not going to still be in there because I had to take them out because of some people that they were in a scene with. And to keep people from being angry and all bitter and salty. I said, you know what? I'll do one better. I'll shoot. One thing about being a filmmaker, you can shoot something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let me go get those people, some of those people who did not make the cut when I redid things. Because I'm a fair and just person. I like to think that I'm fair and just. So let me go do a little extra work. God gave me these hands. They're blessed. I get to do people's hair with them. I get to write books with them. I get to film with them. He's giving me a plethora of talent. I'm multifaceted. So I went. It's taking me a long time because it was a lot of people in that movie.
A lot of people in that
I didn't
movie.
fuss. I didn't cry. Me and Kane Cole, we didn't fuss about it. You're going to see those people that you're talking about and yourself. Now, the ones I wouldn't got, they know I had to redeem myself because I can't walk around like that. I said, hold up, I got something for you. Hold up, I got something for you. Especially if I work with you and you were so forthcoming, you're not battling with me. You're not going back and forth like this ain't how I would do it. If it was me, then go do your own movie.
Yeah, it's not you for a reason, bro.
But I will come to be in your movie. I will help. I won't say that.
For the record, you owe me some gray slacks because I messed up my slacks and I ain't never get to wear them things.
He said he owes a gray slacks. But who was in that scene? The
fighter.
My guy, the fighter that was Henny.
Mm-hmm.
Henny Rock. Now Henny Rock, I called him up. I said, Henny, I got something for you. He does music. So he sent music over to be scored. This is retribution. I have to make sure that people who help me, I put on a platform. And speaking of music, Kicking Indoors is about music as well. I've highlighted people in Baltimore. There's so many rappers and singers in this movie. I'm uplifting my city. Right. I'm doing what I'm told. I can't explain it, Antoine. I can't explain it. And some people didn't come out. They had the opportunity to come out. There's some of the baddest rappers out here that I think should have been in here who just didn't take the call, or they just, I'll let you know. But when they see this film, they're going to be like, yo, I could have been on that platform. Really. Whether it be rapping in the movie, singing in the movie, or whether it be scored underneath the scene with the music. It's something like Empire.
And I remember you telling me that because you had people there that were entertainers, whether they were rapping, singing, or whatever, and they might not have gotten an opportunity to have their music in the movie, but just the fact that you were giving them the platform to have their face in the movie, because I don't think you were giving them like different names. They were using their actual name.
Some people wanted to use their name, some people didn't. Okay. Some people didn't fit. I changed it, but they were also actually being able to perform in the movie. Something like movie.
Right.
I loved Empire when it first started out. Don't get me wrong. I just liked when it first started, where it was going. I thought it was magnificent. And then it got a darker place. And I just wasn't I just didn't
That's how I was. I was like that as well. I had me in a chokehold when it first started.
Yeah, running home, I wanted to first come out. You know, so but I think that Baltimore is going to love it when they see people they know, you know, that's doing their part, that's rapping, that's singing, that's acting. You know, I have the rappers acting. I have the actors sometimes rapping. We
Yes.
changing roles here.
So, with that being said, there is a message to this movie.
Oh,
Um, and I always talk about the fact that when people outside of Baltimore look at the movies that come from out of here, it's always The
dark.
Wire.
Yeah, dark.
It's always kind of a negative connotation. But
Yeah.
I think they look so much into the negative part of the movie that they sometimes forget the point that the director or the writer in your case are really trying to make. So what is it that you really want people to get out of Kicking Indoors?
I want you to get an experience. I want you to watch the movie and I want you to feel something. I want to invoke something. I want to make you think. I want to make you cry. I want to make you remember. I want to make you forget. I want you to have nostalgia.
Hmm.
Okay. I want you to be clear. When it comes to the opiate use, it hit home for me. I lost my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So that is a very touching topic for me.
Right.
And I hit home on this. I went in the trenches. My backdrop is Penn and North Avenue.
Mm.
I had to put the mural there. Druid Hill and North Avenue, Baker Street. There's
Mm-hmm.
a mural there. There's a mural on Preston and Milton Avenue. There's another mural across adjacent to it. There's another mural on Bill Street. I place these murals strategically throughout Baltimore City to show you. Look at Kicking Indoors. Look at Kicking Indoors. I want to make you feel something. If I can make people feel something, if I can evoke a feeling, I've done my job. This is really close to me, to my heart. I just went to a funeral this um Saturday. My
Mm.
son's best friend, his little brother died. He OD'd, was in the house for 3 days,
Mm.
decomposing. We we have to look at it differently than what we are. It is drugs. It is a junkie. It is you are dependent. This is a new way. Sniff
Mm-hmm.
it, drink it, sip it. This is a new way.
Yeah.
And we need somebody from Baltimore to tell that story because
Yeah.
Hollywood can't come in with their multi-million dollar actors
Mm-hmm.
tell that story the way that somebody that's here in the trenches that has been through that story. They can't tell it the way
Right.
you can.
Right.
I
They
got
can't
real
tell it the way you
actors.
can.
I have real people who are struggling with this addiction. I have one of the head people who are at the NA place. She plays in it. Um, and then I have people from the street. When I'm out and about, I'll tell you a quick story. I was out and about on this is how North and Penn became my backdrop for some of my movie. There was a guy out there. He was doing what he do, slinging what he was slinging, and I came up with the camera and the tripod. I got all the accessories to go with it, so it looks like what are you doing? And he goes to me, "What's up, shorty? What you doing?" And I was like, "Let's get ready to do a little like a documentary type of the city. I ain't here to mess with none of y'all time." He was like, "For real?" He just kept staring at me. Then someone called my name, Teresa.
Mm.
Oh, who's that? He said, "Oh, that's the girl be doing the movies." You know what I mean? And he like, "Oh, so what you about to shoot?" So I said, "I'm about to do a small scene. You don't mind? Can I do it right here?" Remember, I'm in their house. There are
Yeah.
rules
Right.
Be
being in the
respectful.
trenches.
Right.
And I play by the rule.
Right.
So he was like, well, all right, go ahead and do your thing. So the next time I came the following week, I say I only film on the weekends. He ain't saying nothing to me. He looked at me, and I was like, "What's up? We good?" He like, "Yeah, you good, but don't put that camera over here, though, shorty." And it was a direct order, and I received it that way because I'm humble. I said, "You got that."
Right.
Then they start looking for me, Lisa. Where you was last weekend?
Oh.
And then I came up there with free giveaways. Me and Mr. Greg and Cole and Marv and the guy Joe, Trey. there's a lot of people came there. My son, we came there. We bought food. We bought T-shirts. We gave away free books. My books are about recovery, so you're gonna learn something. It's hood, but it's got some recovery in there.
Right.
And they just embraced us, and I took the liberty to put the mural up on Druid Hill. It was an empty wall right there, and with the police on there and everything about kicking in doors, because I felt like that neighborhood embraced me. They could have told me, "Look, kick rocks." You know what I mean? Hey,
Right.
not right here, shorty, because I've seen people do that. But I've been blessed enough, and I have the discernment to know when to back off.
Right.
You can't
Right.
just set up in the hood. I've taken people who do movies as a liaison to certain places because I know they need help. You don't just walk up and set up, even when you got a permit. People
Right.
don't think about that.
They don't give a
Yeah.
damn about that permit.
They don't. There's still people at the end of the day, and they,
It's their
maybe
life.
they might be ashamed of what's going on. They still have feelings,
They
But yeah,
and they've signed up to be in the film. They out there, and I take pictures of everybody that sign up because you can say you ain't signed. Ain't that true right there? Is that not true? That you right? So I take pictures of them. They sign up. They end up being some of the best actors.
Yeah,
oh,
because I mean, it can't get any more real than that. They don't even need a script. You just tell them what you want to accomplish and say go.
Well, then
Yeah.
some they
Just let them-
definitely want the script because they wanted to act all along, but they just turned to the streets. So you give them those lines, and I'm telling you, they're magnificent. They're magnificent. They have that authenticity that I need.
Yeah.
They have the look that I want. They know what I want. They have that genre. They know how Baltimore speaks. Yeah, I mean, you heard me.
Yeah, I mean,
They know what I want. They know what I
for real,
need.
for real.
For real, right?
I'm like, yo, why y'all gotta say everything twice?
You heard me.
Because you got to know that it's for real.
Yeah,
You got to
it's
say
not,
it twice.
it's not really for real if
It's
they don't
not
say
really
it.
for real unless you say for real. Like,
Yeah.
So
I'm blessed to be able to work with these people. These people are where I'm from. I grew up on Preston Street and Passing Park. 50 odd years in that area. I started out in the projects of Douglas Court. These people are me.
didn't know that. Okay.
I am these people. These people. They're me. I'm them. And I can tell the story that I've seen through my eyes, through my lens. That's why I'm a writer. I think I'm a really great writer because everybody read my book, they always stop me and say, that happened to me. I went through that. Relatable things like that. Recovery. Everybody's had recovery in their family. Everybody's had drug dealer, drug user, pimp, gay, bisexual, trisexual, pansexual, asexual. Everybody's had a thief, a liar, condescending, deceit. They've had all that in their family, and still they want to judge people.
mhm. That's true.
And a whoremonger.
Not the hormone.
Don't forget them.
We've had them all. Always think about you because every year, I love Facebook memories when it brings back good memories, but I don't like Facebook memories when it brings back bad stuff. But every year, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's right around this time, the Us Killing Us video from the Reservoir.
You came to that.
And there's always that picture that you took with the brothers holding the right fist up, which is one of the dopest pictures ever because from that angle where we are on the reservoir, there's a sunset behind us.
Mm.
And I don't know if you did any editing to that picture, but that's like the most perfect picture at the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, every time I see that picture, I'm like, yo, we had so much fun. And shout out to Keston. Of course, we got to shout out Keston because I believe that was
Keston Dakota. It was beautiful. The guy who sung it he did pass away, Mr. Fisher. He used to work with my son, ironically. And he was in his late 70s, 78, 79, somewhere around there. He died. He worked with my son. But his song was the Us Killing Us type of song. It was beautiful.
He passed.
It was beautiful. Yeah. So
that was an amazing day to me because if you remember, like he made that song eons ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like that song was probably
years. Mm-hmm.
but it was so fitting for what was going on then and what's still going on now. But
Right.
I loved the way that you guys brought the families of people that had lost someone out and allowed them to just be on the camera and talk about their loss. And then the the event that we did to do the preview down on the spot on North Avenue.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties didn't allow that to come off the way that it was, but the way that it was supposed to be. But I still feel like that was a powerful event.
I think it was a place right there on North Avenue.
Yeah, shout out to Donnie Glover, because Donnie Glover got up front in true Donnie Glover form and no punches
I love that
and everything. But I just love, like, I've been like, when I think about stuff like that, this is stuff that you've been a part of that I've just had the opportunity to be around. And
I like the positive stuff. We had just lost my son's little brother, and my heart was shattered. His heart was shattered. It's still broken. We have not healed. We have moved forward, and it's a slow thing. And he was slain here in Baltimore. He was a scholar. So I did a documentary on him. I did a documentary on the little boy Devin, the dirt bike guy. I won a film festival because of the documentary I did. Now that one I shot with the cameras. I like the cameras still, but it's just so nifty with the ability to whip out your camera and change the ISOs and change the just do.
I don't change nothing. I don't change nothing.
Yeah, but that was the time when we did that on that hill. That was a time of hurt, and healing,
It was definitely a time of hit. You can see it because, like I said, there was one part where we pulled the people over towards the white building or whatever that thing is right there, and they held their signs up and they just were able to talk. You could see the healing that was going on at them. So many of them ended up in tears like 10 seconds into whatever it was that they were saying, because it was, it was talking about losing the loved one. And I just, that day was so amazing to me. And like literally all I did was showed up.
Yeah. And everyone knew you. Everyone. The city is small. We just need
I ain't know half those people. But like you said.
You don't know them. They know you. Even Crystal. Remember Crystal was there? She had lost her nephew. She plays in, oh my God. She plays in Kicking Indoors and she is phenomenal. I knew she had something in her. These people, I just can tell they can act. Well, God give me something to say, that one. No, that one. Yes, that one. Even the ones that I say, no, I work harder with them. I get out what I need. It's work. But there's some that comes and just are delightful.
Yeah.
When you're watching the movie and you're sitting there acting, I'm like, oh, cut. You can't watch the movie. You have to be the movie. You're not the background. You're like background, like this watching. But that's how good they act. There's a girl named Wawa. She came to play the warden. She came as an extra. She reached out to me, Miss Davis, I want to work with you. I said, okay. She came. I was blown away. People watching in the movie, I say, oh, we got to do it over because y'all watching. They like, it was so good. This girl came. She conquered. I can't wait to show her to the masses. I can't wait to show her. I can't wait to show all the other girls that play in the jail scenes. I can't wait to show the other police officers. There's different layers to this movie and the way I write. Have you guys ever seen Pulp Fiction?
No, I have not in a long time. I can't remember.
Yes, absolutely.
That's one of my favorites. And the movie has a lot of things happening, but they all end up coming back together. And that's the way I write for this particular film. Lots of things happen, but they all have a meaning, come back together. Actually, my son is actually the principal, the leading role. And he never been a leading role for me, but other people he may have. But for me, I wasn't ready for him to be a leading role. He had to work. We've been doing this since 2012, and now he's a leading role. And I'm very, very excited for him because everything is timing. He earned it.
Shout out to your son. Shout out to Steve.
It's timing.
Yeah.
I worked with Terrence too before.
Shout out to my dude Kane Cole.
Yeah, King
that's
Cole.
my
When you see
guy.
King Cole, oh my God, in this movie, King Cole is not himself. So that's what acting is. It's not being you. It's tapping into that your character, knowing what that character is, and owning it.
Sit it right there.
Mm-hmm.
He owns his character, King Cole, and he's got a lot of music in this movie. His
Yeah,
music changed. He's enveloped. His music has changed.
and Kane Cole killed me in
All right,
one
in the web series,
one of your choices. He
Yep.
killed me, yo. That's hilarious.
working with Silk White. It was fun working with Silk White. He's doing his thing in ATL. He asked me to come, but I can't go to ATL. I love it here. But I wish him well. I watched something he did last night. It was pretty good. He's doing his thing. I just worked with Naeem the other day. He was one of the cameramen on the show that I was got a cameo on. Because I work with other people's movies. I love to be told what to do. As long as you know a good leader knows how to follow, you are going to be
Exactly.
successful. So I love acting. I love being told what to do.
Okay.
And don't take that the wrong way, Antoine. What? You love being told what to do. Yes, I do. So I take orders well because in order to do that, I have to give out orders, so I have to be able to receive them as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there was somebody that made a comment that said that they wanted to know if you needed a what did she say?
Auntie, if you need an auntie with the Erica Badu vibe, lighting incense, call my sister Tipsy Fiend.
She's with it already.
Just go to Teresa Davis page. Follow me on Facebook without the H, Teresa Davis, without my name's right there, I think, without the H. And you can go to Instagram. Everywhere on social media, it's Teresa Davis. And just DM me like everybody else. They take a chance, and then God put people together. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they show up and they show out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be a part of anything if you don't show up.
That's
Just
right.
show up and put your best foot forward, and open your mind open. We all have a lot of creativity, and we all we're special. We have different things that we do well. But when you're on set, just open your mind and take direction from the director and understand that those things are going to come together like this. And you're going to
Mm-hmm.
say, I didn't know it was going to be like that. I didn't know he was going to edit it like that. Because I do it all the time when I watch myself on people's movies. I'm like, oh, they did that with that? I thought they was going to do this. So it's fun watching people come up with when they get the pieces they need.
Right.
And the thing about Teresa, she's going to give you she's going to give you a script, or she's going to give you a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to give you a little bit of direction, and then she's going to let you go be you.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes together, it's just
Oh man, I'm excited for Baltimore. I'm excited for you because I know when it comes out, I'm going to call you. I have some people in Baltimore that I'm going to call who are journalists who just like the philanthropists who like to film and do interviews. I got some on the list that I'm going to be calling before others because they have poured into me. And when I say pour into me, things like this, on the radio, people know who they are. Teresa, I want you to come. Teresa, I got a spot for you. I'm calling those people, those journalists, those people who like to film and get an accord of what's going on. I always do that. You see how you did my red carpet? I call those people out because they deserve. They're the ones who poured into me. They're the ones who believed in me when people don't. And they go, wow, how come I didn't get to be at the red carpet filming? It's work. When you have a relationship and you have bonds and people help you, you
Mm-hmm.
owe those people to get first. You owe those people to have, they know who they are. You know who you are. I need you there.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, you should.
And I felt so bad that I couldn't make the last event, but for some reason, God only gave us 24 hours in a day. And if I could have found a way to purchase an extra 2 hours, I would have came through. But
they were sharp. You hear me? Those people came out sharp. Sure. You would have had a ball. Even though it was work, it wasn't a party. We haven't even done the wrap up party yet. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to have it. It's going to be big. The reason why I said it's going to be big, there are a lot of people in this movie. Mm. It's going to be huge, and people are going to come out and celebrate and get dressed. But you would have had a good time because you know everybody. You've been like, hey, you here? It just was. Ray helped me film it. It was awesome. We have the interviews that we need. We do things different from anybody else, and I like that. So, and I had to pull back on showing everybody what I'm doing. That's why you just see a picture here, or maybe we on set. I stopped showing exactly what I'm doing because people start to mirror you, and
Absolutely.
It's weird.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
It's kind of weird.
yeah. And so before we get out of here real quick, my wife is a Tubi fanatic. She won't admit it, but my wife is a Tubi fanatic. She was sitting up the other night as I came in, and she was watching a movie called Trophy Wife.
Oh yeah, with Jazzy playing it.
And I saw Jazzy in that movie, and I was like, "Yo, I know her from Teresa's movies."
She did an awesome job.
Shout out to Jazzy, who I cannot get on the show for some reason.
Jazzy Mango.
I don't think Jazzy remembers me. So I think when I hit her up about being on the show, she's like, "Who the heck is this ninja?" But shout out to Jazzy because like she's really been doing her thing.
You got to remind them who they are, where we know them from. Like, hey, I know you from this, I know you from that. You know, I'm excited for her. I'm excited for a lot of people that I worked with and coached and directed. I actually was on Radio 1010 with my boy DJ Duke with her, and she was there, and I had the guy.
Shout out to DJ Duke, my guy.
Yeah, DJ Duke is phenomenal. He's out there doing everything. He had me on the show where I did an interview tour with Shannon Holmes for Be More Careful because I did the Baltimore casting for that movie, and she was there. So that was fun.
I was really proud of her. I was really proud of her.
Good job. I think she did a good job. She did a good job, and the movie was shot really nice.
Yeah, and Trey Chaney's my guy. I've known
Trey
doing
his own movie now.
Yeah, I've known Trey probably for about 15 years now. So to see them two together on screen, it was really kind of dope.
Yeah, we just have to be excited for each other.
Yeah,
and, let's not make everything I don't know, a race or look,
competition.
Baltimore's doing great. Oh, Bird's Eye View, Bird from Baltimore. He got his own studio. You know, you got Thea Washington. She's doing a lot of casting for stuff. She got me on We Own the City. You know, like we should be working together and shouting each other's names out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about Ray Nugent's movie. I actually was the co-director on it for Affiliated. That's about to drop. We just finished the last shot the other day. 2.5 years.
Wow.
Nothing's a race.
Yeah.
In the same 2.5 years.
Everybody want to shoot these movies on Monday and have them out on TV on Friday. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't.
I mean, everybody can't do it.
Or you can. It can work that way, but your movie gonna be garbage. Let's just keep it real.
I mean, do your thing. With Ray, Ray wrote his movie 10 years ago. See?
Wow.
And he called me. He said, Teresa, I want to do this movie. I want you to do it with me. I said, sure. That was over 10 years ago. Better add some more to it now because we done worked on it for 2.5 years. In the interim of me working and kicking the doors, I still was able to work with him, alternate weekends. And now here's just finished. We just finished the other day.
I'm gonna have to hit Ray up and see if I can get him on the show before his joints drop. That's crazy.
You don't gotta call Ray. I'll call him for you.
Yeah, call him.
You on the show.
Yeah, that's awesome though. That's awesome.
You're gonna like what he's talking about. He's talking about called Affiliated, so it's about gang members.
Okay.
And it's causing awareness for the youth, and we're showing some dark things. We have to. Every movie I do dark.
You have to. Yeah, you have to.
No one's gonna watch it if you don't.
You can't film a movie. You can't film a movie about those issues and act like there's not some dark side to those issues. Like you can't film a movie about opioids and not
getting high. Nobody getting high. But Ray's story is awesome. It's causing awareness for the older people, the younger people who don't know. Let's say an auntie is raising someone's a nephew. She knows nothing about gang members. She knows nothing about initiation. She knows nothing about the clothing they wear. Why they got the beads on? Why they have these color socks? Why they got this chain on? Why everything got to be this color? They don't know. And we're showing that light on that. And Ray wrote an awesome story. He also plays in Kicking Indoors. Where you see him in Kicking Indoors, he's a phenomenal actor, but he doesn't. I don't know. I'm okay. No, he's a phenomenal actor. I stand on it. He also helped me do some of the special effects for this movie. So did Governor Manchin did some of the special effects. Helped me with some of the music. Lamont Moody. a lot of those people, Moth, Cole, a lot of people have given me the stuff that I need. I just do this movie by myself. So these are the people I want to break bread with. These are the people I want to eat with. These are the people that when I'm starving, they feed me. When they're starving, I feed them. I can't keep giving people money I don't even know, or because you were in my movie. Like, this is an even exchange.
Mm-hmm.
I put your face out there. Your face is out there now. You say the movie ain't out. I know. Put your face out there. It's on my flyers. It's on my promotional. It's all throughout my stories.
Mm-hmm.
People get paid to do that. I've never asked you to fill out what they call. You have these applications you have to pay sometime in movies, and they make you pay. And we may not choose you, so there's money that you don't even see. You may not get chosen.
Right.
Ask for that. I want to help you. I want you to help me.
Teresa don't ask for nothing. She give you a phone call and say, "I need you to show up on Thursday at 6:00. Here's the address," and you be there. You come there and you work your butt off, and it turns out amazing. So I love it.
Thank you. I'm glad you're a part of it too.
Absolutely.
That was a big role you had, even though you say, well, it wasn't that long. I'm not going to say what you did, but that was a big scene that connected a lot of stuff. People don't understand that. They think, oh, the little roles don't mean anything, but they do. They help to bring the big roles together. Mm-hmm. The caramelized things that's going on, it brings it all together.
I'm the best police in a hazmat uniform that you will see on any movie ever.
Any movie.
Dang, any movie.
Any movie.
Any movie. All
right,
so I know that Kicking Indoors is on deck, but I also know that you're working on any and everything else. Is there anything that you want to tease us with before we get out of here?
Well, I do want to say this, and I know people are going to be mad at me like, Teresa, why are you doing that? But I got to say, okay, I'm going to say it on your show.
Okay.
Because it's the first time, so.
You get all the exclusives.
We have come to, it's been 3 years, May the 14th. And so I can say that it's about to be done. Done. We're working on the voiceovers right now. So I share that with you.
Working on the voiceovers for what?
For Kicking Indoors.
Okay.
So like
I wanted you to make that clear.
For Kicking Indoors. Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on the voiceovers. Mafio, Shakur, Myron Higgins. He is one of the main voiceover guys that's doing. He's been working throughout though. We don't wait till the last minute to do stuff. We've been working throughout, but we're at that part where we have a few minor scenes that has to be done and basically working on the voiceovers. Okay. There you have it. There you have it.
And this movie is either 100% or the majority of 100% filmed in Baltimore, correct?
Oh, filmed in Baltimore.
Okay. I wanted to make that clear.
There's only one tiny scene that we did in PA. It was Mother's Day, and I have a lot of women who I felt just need to be recognized on Mother's Day. So I had brunch. I had all kind of food and desserts.
If you wouldn't have said that, we wouldn't even have known that was PA. So you messed that up.
Yeah, it's really small. It's a small scene, but I took them there for brunch, and we did some close-ups that we had to do there. It turned out really nice. That's it. But it's the Baltimore-based scene.
So 99.9% filmed in Baltimore, and we need that. We need that.
I promise you, all you're gonna see is Baltimore. You're gonna see places in Baltimore. You're like, I know where that's at. Mm-hmm. And a lot of places are trenches. So get ready for your trench fact. That's that. I know where that's at. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going with the question.
It's the first movie I ever shot that was mainly and solely Baltimore.
Nice.
Because I go to New York, I go to DC, I go to Philly, but this was the very first movie that ever was just shot solely here in Baltimore. That little teeny, they ate dinner, they had a good time. We gave them flowers, and then we did the little small shoot that we did. It's not even outside, so you're not gonna know.
Yo, it's so Baltimore that when she gave me the address to come and do my scene, I was like, yo, that's right down the street. My GPS said like 7 minutes. I was like, "Her, that's what's up."
Yeah, we're going to be out Dundalk this weekend, working with Crystal Bruton.
Okay, nice.
She's doing her exit scene, so
Nice.
Like I said, I told you where we at in it. No one knows this now. When they put this out, you should put that part out. That's what she said.
Well,
Yes,
this stream's live, so that just went out to everybody that's watching. So
Yeah.
you have it. Access granted. You have it. That is Lisa, my guy Antoine Grant. Hey, you heard it first. You should have called me. You'd have had it first. You should have called me. But yeah.
Teresa, I'm so appreciative, man. We have a great time every time we have the opportunity to chop it up. And I know we don't talk as much as we used to, but
I know you remind me how much you've done with me. I'm like, I didn't really take note of that.
Wow. Say that again.
You reminded me of how many collective things we've worked on together that I didn't even.
Yeah. We've been. You came all up in the studio. Y'all took over the studio in Arbutus.
It can happen. It can happen.
Y'all took over the studio in Arbutus, but yeah, we've definitely we've been together a few times, and I'm definitely grateful. I don't take it for granted when I get the call from you and you ask me to come out to do something. You notice I've never said no. I've canceled stuff.
But you never said
I've canceled stuff to come rock with Teresa because I know that if she puts the call out that it's going to be for a good reason. I definitely appreciate
Odessa Rose is in this movie.
Shout out, Miss Odessa.
Yes.
Water in a Broken Glass. One of my favorite movies. Oh my gosh.
She killed it.
Okay.
Her daughter just won a film festival up Morgan.
Okay.
For doing she did a stop motion. Her daughter Nina.
Wow.
She won first place. Man. Editing. She won for editing. Can you imagine that I'm editing? Can you imagine that? Me neither. Me neither. Nor me. I can't imagine it. Because I used to say I hate editing. I used to say I hate boys, but
so I hate. Look, I hate when I have to. No, I'm not gonna say I hate. It's tedious to go out in the community and shoot some footage and then have to come back and edit it. And it could be 30 minutes worth of footage. So I can imagine you with all of the footage that you have from these different scenes and these different movies all over the city.
Wow.
God bless you. God bless you, because I can't.
I have edited. Is edited a word? Edited.
Yes.
I have edited. Everything. Every time I film, I don't have a social life. It look like it on Facebook. I don't. I'm single. I don't have a social life. I edit every scene I shoot. So
this is like the third or fourth time that I've heard her say that. So I know she's telling the truth.
I'm telling you, it's the absolute truth. Yeah. And I don't have to run back and edit. It's already edited.
It's already edited, right? So you kind of edit as you go along, or do you wait until everything is over and then you?
Every time I shoot, I am on it that same weekend, editing it. If I have the song that's available already, I scored it already. I do the score as well. Done. Wow. Done. I'm trying to tell you how excited I am. I'm trying to hint to you. I don't know if you catch it on. I don't think you catch it on.
He's so excited.
I don't think he know, Lisa. Come on. I'm trying to tell you something.
I love me some Teresa Davis. That's all I'm going to say.
3 years. Thanks to that daggone COVID. But in the 3 years, I know you got to go. In the 3 years, I've learned to be patient. I'm not the same Teresa Davis for over 10 years.
If COVID hasn't taught you to be patient and to sit still and wait, then I don't know what will.
See the projects that I have in between waiting.
Yeah.
My pen is busy. Yeah. I never sit stagnant like water. So
I started Access Granted because of COVID.
You did.
So, yeah, absolutely. I wasn't going back up in them radio stations with people back in 2020. No.
Yeah, it made you think. It made you get creative.
Yeah.
I love the name. I love that flyer you made. I'm going to put that on my wall in my studio upstairs. I'm going to put that flyer up. I was on Access Granted. What's wrong with you? I can't wait to use this. You know who I always think about? Michael Jordan. When he was young, he wanted to wear these tennis shoes for Nike. And you know how they was like, well, talk to his mother. His mother
Right.
You know what? My son is better than your Nike shoe. You should be honored that he's putting that shoe on. And he's going to get more money. She claimed it. And they paid $1 million for some footage that he had. Just him playing basketball as a kid. They're going to look at this and want this stuff. I'm trying to tell you, if you think that way, it's going to happen. You have to manifest it.
Yeah.
These people I'm talking to, they're coming through here, they're different and they're intelligent. They have the discernment to create. People are going to look at them later and say, where that footage at? Like we were on, matter of fact, it was Cole. He was on TMZ. We got to go film 50 Cents. And they chose his shot. They chose Cole's shot. And it was on TMZ. And Keston called him and said, hey, your footage is on TMZ. You never know where this stuff is going on.
Right.
Wow.
I always say that.
Wow.
Always say that.
So you keep doing what you're doing. And Lisa, I enjoyed your company.
Well, thank you. I thank you for coming on our show and taking our time.
I'll see you again on the red carpet at my show.
Okay.
We'll be there. I'm speaking for Lisa. We'll be there. But you gotta get it. You gotta get it early because Lisa has a busy schedule and she just might, But we'll get there.
You let me know. I'll be there.
Yep, and let anybody know in the comments that they wanted to work with me to go there and DM me, and all I'm going to ask for is a couple pictures, and then I can look and see where I can fit them in, and I like to hear their voice to see what they sound like, just stuff like. I would love to work with. I love Baltimore. Just don't ask me for any money. Don't take
money. Don't ask for any money.
Teresa, I love you, sis.
Love you guys.
Always a pleasure. Look, man, we are off next Monday as it is Memorial Day weekend. Lisa, I'm gonna give you a paid vacation. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you time and a half next week. So,
Miss Teresa, do you need an assistant? Because he's sitting up here lying on this show.
Huh. I'm not lying. I'm gonna give you time and a half. But look. We keep the salary stuff on the down low. No, but
you know what? It's so down. It's very down and low.
It's low.
It's very.
It can't get no lower. Can it?
It can't get no lower.
But Teresa Davis just prophesied that we're gonna.
Okay. All right.
I promise you.
I know it. And I have so much. Thanks from people. You said Little Scooter. I got footage from Pug. I got all kind of footage when they
you got. I would love to just go through your video archives one day and just see all the stuff that you got. But always appreciative of you, sisters, and it's always loving. I'm always here whenever you need me. Everybody, just enjoy your Memorial Day weekend next week.
Yes.
As a state employee, I'm happy because this is the first holiday that we've had off since February. So yes. And
you guys, do you give out little
hold on. Should I put this out there? I'm going to put this out there.
What?
I just turned in my retirement paperwork for the state of Maryland today.
Oh, congratulations!
So if all goes well, I will be officially retired from the state of Maryland on July 1st.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
You'll be real busy then. You're gonna be out there filming everything.
And now I got time to come hang with Teresa. But look,
that's Granny, baby.
Right, but look, we're definitely gonna hook up soon. I know you got the hair stuff going on and all of that, but we definitely now that the weather seems like it's right, we definitely got to hook up soon because I got some more stuff that I want to do with you. Okay.
Okay. Question: can you give me like little snippets? I can put some of this little snippets on my stories on my other pages.
I can give you more than snippets. I can send you the whole show. How about that?
I can't put that in my story though.
Sure you can. You can break it down in the snippets that you want. Sure you can. You're an editor. You're an editor. Okay. I got you.
See you, Lisa.
All right.
Congratulations, Antoine.
Love you, sis. Have a good one.
Awesome show.
Absolutely. Always. My sister Teresa Davis, man. I love her so much. But yeah, we will be taking next week off, man. So
Okay.
do what you do as far as spending time with your family for the Memorial Day weekend. We will be back in the second week of July.
June.
And prayerfully, I'll be retired when we come back next time.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the next chapter, man. But I love Teresa, man. The work that she's doing is absolutely amazing. So shout out to her. Thanks for everybody that tuned in tonight, man. It's almost 9:00, so we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. Enjoy your holiday, Diddy. We in prayer. We in prayer.
We pray for you, Diddy.